Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop and Forge World. It's finally here. Warhammer 40,000 10th edition Leviathan is up for pre-order. Let's head on over to the community website right now, and if we look over the past week all the way back to the 3rd of June, right here. So we had this Indrasta Celestial Spear limited edition novel. Written by Noah Van Guyen. It looks incredible, but it was sold out very, very quickly within a couple of minutes. Then also to pre-order, very small number of pre-orders last weekend, of course. There was the Warhammer Underworlds starter set and the Headman's Curse Word Hollow set, along with the Void Cursed Thralls card deck and the Space Marine Heroes 2023 for Death Guard. Now, I did unbox and review these about 3 years ago. Just type that into YouTube and you'll probably find my video if you want to see what they all look like. You've got the Warhammer 40,000 Chibi Figures Series 2, and that was it. That was it for the pre-orders last weekend. So you just kind of got the feeling that something big was around the corner. There was a hidden camera showing the dangerous wildlife of Ogram, and then the Sunday preview the very next day at 6 PM as a look at the Leviathan box set and where you can pre-order it from. They give you a time. It's obviously Saturday the 10th of June today, so 10 o'clock pre-order the box set. It says available while stocks last and limited quantity per order. Now, it's a pre-order window of 2 weeks and there is a queuing system, but they still, they still feel the need to put these quite time-sensitive words such as while stock lasts and limited. Limited quantity per order just means you can buy 1 per person or 2 per person, and available while stocks last just means that it might not be around in a year. Dominion box set for Age of Sigmar was around for a very long time. They overproduced with that box set. And whereas Indomitus 40k, which could be more popular, not sure, it's certainly more popular in the UK at least, was sold out when that was up for pre-order. So the contents of the box, look how many minis you get. You get a decent number of minis, 72 in fact. You also get the hardback rulebook and a big transfer sheet, as well as a deck of cards. Looks like a big beefy box. The models look great. There are some repeats though, with the Flamers. The Terminators look good. You're getting a Captain in Terminator armor. You get a Librarian in Terminator armor. You get a Primaris Lieutenant in Phobos armor, an Apothecary Biologist. You get your 5 Terminators, your Stern Guard, and the Ballistus Dreadnought, which I'm not a massive fan of. You also get the 10 Pyre Blaster toting Infernus Marines. I think they could have done more than just make it bigger from the Cast Ferrum Dreadnought. I think that's it's just a missed opportunity, I think. But everything else is pretty nice. You're getting duplicate Infernus Marines. Now, I would have liked to have seen something new for the Space Marines in this, rather than just Space Marines with Flamers, or Primaris with Flamers. Everything to me just screams the same as before, but bigger. That's my feeling of it when you first look at it. Whereas Indomitus, for me at least, I was more excited about Indomitus than this Leviathan box set. The Tyranids, again, a lot of copy and paste, but a bit bigger. You've got the new big Griblies, which are nice. You've got Death Leapers ×3. You've got the Winged Tyranid Prime right here. You've got the Neuro Tyrant, and it's 2 Neuroloid Lackeys. Okay. You've got the 3 Von Ryan's Leapers, Psychophage, which is this one, 20 Termagants and 2 Ripper Swarms, 11 Neurogaunts, 5 Barb Gaunts, and the Screamer Killer, which is very big, bigger than the Redemptor Dreadnought, so that's fantastic. Then, of course, you get the book. It looks like you get this, which is the instruction guide, I think, to build. You get the transfer sheet and the cards. If you order it from Games Workshop, you do receive a set of double-sided gaming boards. I don't think these are new. It would have been cool if they were new and they were part of the trailer, maybe. I don't know. Like jungle sort of playmats, a couple of jungle type playmats. But I think we've had these exact ones in the Warhammer Conquest magazine. They look very familiar. But you can also pick up on the day, if you go in the store, get 36 acrylic tokens, which might be useful. And then other independent Warhammer stockists will get either a set of 28 double-sided zone markers or 40k branded neoprene dice tray, which does look quite nice. So you just have to find out from your local stockist what they're going to stock. You've got the Leviathan novel, of course. They'll have a novel with this this edition, like they did with Indomitus. This one's written by Darius Hinks. It looks pretty nice. It doesn't really stand out, I don't think. It's just like a blue book with like sort of 2 shades of blue, but you know, the actual page edges are a lovely purple to go with the Tyranids, with the purple. Or should I say lilac, page keeper as well. You've got 2,000 copies there for that one. And then they're also bringing out the hardback. Be nice, again, I always say it, if they've released the softback at the same time. But yeah, you've got the novel as well to be up for pre-order. Then you've got Echoes of Eternity, available in paperback. Very nice book. I actually want to say I preferred it to End in the Death. I won't spoil things, but I just did. I'll just say that. You've got the Warhammer Plus Battle Report, Black Talon, and Lore Masters. Now, that's a bit more content, isn't it? You know, I think there should be a minimum of 3 things every week for Warhammer Plus subscription. So that was the Wednesday just gone. You've got White Dwarf 489, Titanic you've got a Titanic Siege, Space Hulk Corruption. So a little bit of a preview there of the next White Dwarf. You've got Meet the Star Player who clears the pitch with fouls and foulness alike. It's a lovely mini. Look at the art as well. You have a Warhammer 40,000 global battle. Decide the fate of a world and unlock massive reveals in the battle for Ogram. So you can do this. You can take battle for Ogram. That campaign begins 26th of June. I think it's like 2 days after the release of the set. Prepare for Warhammer 40,000 Leviathan pre-order with this Saturday with free data sheets. So you've got all the free data sheets here for Space Marines and Tyranids, which is great. Free rules, big fan. The downside of free rules is they can just pull them whenever. A bit like kind of online only games. You know, you're at the mercy of the developer. You're at the mercy of the company that make the rules, generate the rules and things. You know, and once you bought the models, it just means there's no guarantee that you'll have the rules. But, you know, you can always play previous editions. Why not? You know, if you've got the books and things. You've got the Rumour Engine for the 6th of June. I'm not sure about this one. It looks more Age of Sigmar, though. You've got some arrows and some spikes off a cloak or something like that. Some claws or teeth, I don't know. There's a showcase of the pre-order bonuses, which we've pretty much just seen. You've got Apocrypha Necromunda, execute a day in prison break with Lady Credo. It's a nice little extra mission there. You've got Painting Leviathan, how heavy metal tackled the new Tyranids and Space Marines. So it's just an article showcasing sort of like the colours they went for if you wanted to go for those, and they also do it for, well, I'd like to think that they do it for the Space Marines as well at some point, but you can watch the battle report. The Caiaphas Cain returns in a new novel by Sandy Mitchell. 40k, the 40 Years of Warhammer, true champion of Chaos rises with his sword, and then reference your rules in seconds with the new look Warhammer 40,000 data sheets. You can download your free Tyranid index cards. Middle-earth faction focus for Rohan. Space Marines of Leviathan painted by the Warhammer community. So obviously these painters, these community painters, receive their sets early and for free. So, you know, that's great that they were able to get them and paint them up and showcase their kind of unique paint schemes. It's brilliant. Space Marine 2. Now, this was massive news for me. I am a big gamer. I've been playing Diablo 4 all week, whenever I can. And before that, of course, I'm a huge Zelda fan, so I've been playing Zelda constantly too. But I managed to squeeze in a little bit of Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine bolt gun, which I did live stream on here on the channel. I will be live streaming Space Marine too, don't you worry. With availability commitments with other players, I can't say for certain whether I'll live stream the whole campaign in co-op, because most of the time I'm not available, and I know that sometimes other people are not available as well. You know, life gets in the way. So I think what I will do for this one is just live stream it single player, and then I'll see about live streaming it in co-op. Hopefully with 2 other people. But it looks incredible. It's everything I kind of was looking for. I just wonder if it will have soul, like this, you know, the soul of the Space Marine game. The original Space Marine had a lot of soul. Graphics were all right for the time. The music was absolutely fantastic. Go check out the Space Marine official soundtrack. And it played pretty well. And it was a bit clunky in multiplayer. Yes, it did have a multiplayer. But I'm hoping that the gameplay has improved in this. The graphics have definitely improved. I would check out the trailer if you haven't done so already. Just click there and it'll start playing. Or if you don't want to spoil anything, you want all of these set pieces and things to be fresh, you know, avoid that trailer. Because it does pack in a lot into the trailer and it's very varied. You've got the sounds of guns in there as well. But if you want to get hyped for it, then watch the trailer, because it is fantastic, and I'm hugely looking forward to this. I will be live streaming the whole thing on the channel here, and it's due to come out this winter. Now, winter could be January and February. That's the thing. But they have said this year, so yeah, that still could be maybe November, maybe December, possibly December. I mean, if it comes out for Christmas, I'll be over the moon. You know, it was originally slated to be September, but yeah, that's obviously slipped back. I'd rather delay, always. I'd rather game developers delay a game and bring out something good than delay it broken or bugged and then have to patch it or have day one patches and things like that. Always delay. Plenty of cases there. No Man's Sky is brilliant now. Look at Cyberpunk, what they did with that. There's just so many examples to back that up. Tyranids battle Blood Angels in Manchester's awe-inspiring Warhammer store display. So they've got a store display. That looks quite an interesting creature. You've got some lava going on. Yeah, that does look fantastic, doesn't it? And then you can download the free Space Marines Index cards and defend the Imperium from Annihilation. So if you just click on Index, now I'm hoping you can just download these from the Warhammer Plus app. So you just press one app, and then you've got the cards. It begs the question, Super, will you be picking up the codexes and things? I'm not sure for this edition. I'm not sure. I might pick them up just to showcase the book and any extras that they throw in the book and things. Maybe a special edition, but I'm definitely not going to be picking up every single codex like I did with 9th. There is a video coming out soon that showcases all of the 9th edition codexes, which is pretty nice. But apart from that, I won't be picking up all of them. You've got the Dawnbringer Chronicles Part 1, The Missive. Nice little short story there that they've gone for. And that's it for all the news. So it's pretty useful this week for news, because you've got the Tyranids and the Space Marines rules for free there. You had a little look at new books and also the final articles about Leviathan, as well as that Space Marine 2 trailer. So quite a nice news release this week. Let's go on over and have a look at Forge World. When you click on Forge World, I'm not sure whether it's because of the connection through to Games Workshop web store, but you're met with this page. So we're not going to be able to go onto Forge World just yet, but I will be back when we can, and we'll have a look, and then we'll go over to Games Workshop. Okay, so here we are. We have less than a minute to wait to get onto the website. I must say that all of the independent stockists sold out of their copies quite quick. I've heard that a few of the independent stockists are not getting the full stock that Games Workshop sort of said. You'll have to sort of speak to them or speak to Games Workshop about that. Congrats if you're able to pick up one of the new box sets at a sort of 20% discount. I think you can pick it up for about £120, which is of course fantastic, considering that the Screamer Killer is probably going to be £45-50, but here we are. Okay, and here we are on Games Workshop's web store right here. We've waited in the queue for quite a while. Since then, it's kind of all sold out on third-party sellers. A lot of the sellers were selling it for about £120 or so, which is nice, saving of 30 quid, 30 quid's 30 quid. And now they're all sold out, but we get our chance now for the next 10 minutes with the website itself. So big banner here on the website. So if we just go on to new and exclusive, and we go to pre-orders, and yeah, let's pre-order this special edition book. Oh no longer available. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm laughing anymore. £45. They're typically about £45. Sometimes they're £40. But today, £45 for the special edition, limited edition novel with 2,000 signed copies, written by Darius Hinks. You can get the hardcover book. You still can get the hardcover book. Look, it's still available. £20. I'm not sure. With their hardcover books, recently a lot of the hardcover books I've bought, other than the Siege of Terror books, the paper quality has been awful and not worth the asking price of £20. No way. So it's up to you. I'm going to wait for the softback now. I made that decision quite a while ago that I'm just going to go for softbacks for these books, even if I have to wait a little while. You've got the box set itself, which you can pre-order. It's £150. When you get your place in the queue. Think of this as a 2-week pre-order window. So it says here, what's this thing? It just says available while stocks last. It's 10th edition, guys. It's their starter kind of game box set, although doesn't have any dice. It's odd. It's masquerading as a starter kind of box set game, but no dice, no, you got your cards and you got your rule book, but that's about it. Remember the good old That's the good old days, where a box game for 40k was about £40 or maybe £45. Yeah, it had, you know, fewer miniatures than this, but it had your whippy sticks, your dice, your templates, all those extra bits, and it still had a £40 rule book in there as well. So I think the rule book was £25 back then, but and probably wasn't hardback. The newer editions have become hardback, but you've got 72 miniatures in this. They look great. I'm not as excited about picking up this set as I was Indomitus, no way near. Compared to Indomitus box set launch, this has been way better. Saying that, Indomitus I was able to pick up. Indomitus, I think I picked up 2 boxes and gave one away for the channel. If I'd have hit 50,000 subs, I would have given away one of these boxes, definitely. But that's just not happening right now. There we go. The Terminator Captain looks great. We've got the Phobos Lieutenant. Yeah, another Lieutenant. You've got the Terminators, which, are bigger. Whether they have any more detail is, up for my my comparison. But the poses look a bit better. I like this Power Fist. That's quite a cool pose, and a bit of a scenic base as well, and the Teleport Homer. I'm not sure whether that's just the poses you can go for. The Assault Cannon looks a bit odd though, doesn't it? That does look a bit odd compared to the previous one. No Cyclone Missile Launcher on any of these, or Heavy Flamer. Maybe we'll get them in a future update of them. You got the 10 Infernus Intercessors. You can just see, look at that one and that one. It's 5. Okay, let's not beat around the bush. It's 5 that are duplicated. You've got the Librarian in Terminator armor. Yeah, I think he looks quite cool. I'm not sure you're going to get a helmeted version though. The Power Axe looks good. I'm not quite sure about this kind of icon thing, but it looks good. You've got the Stern Guard. Yeah, the old Stern Guard of old have gone away. These do look cool, and these do definitely look like an upgrade. I like the Combi Melter that the veteran sergeant has. You know what I mean. And then the Dreadnought, yeah, boring. I think all they've done is they've just upscaled it to a Redemptor chassis. Boring front weapons, no missile launcher or anything at the top as well. That would have been cool, or any anti-air. Even the normal Redemptor had a rocket pod. This is just copying the Castellan and Casferum. This is just copying the Casferum original boxy Dreadnought and just turning it into Redemptor. I prefer the close combat Redemptor, if I'm honest, and my mind baffles why that still isn't released separately, but I'm sure it's coming soon alongside their Codex release. Little look at the minis there, and then the Tyranid Prime, yeah, looks good, and then you've got the big Psychic Neuro Tyrant. That's quite cool. The little symbiote things, they look very basic, not much detail. Screamer Killer looks great and is massive. The head, it's the bottom jaw I'm not really a big fan on, and the big chin. The legs are good. The blades and the arms are pretty good. I don't know what's going on there with the joints. It's all bubbly, but yeah. And then the sort of Psyker, sort of Tyranid, looks good. I like how it's kind of digesting these Psykers, and there's obviously smoke and things coming out there. Then you've got the Von Reapers, or whatever they're called. Yeah, they look all right. You've got the Barb Gaunts, Termagants. They look fine, just a bit more upscaled, aren't they? And then you've got these Neurogaunts, sort of makes sense. And then I look at all of these little options, I guess. So they're focusing on the different options, I think they are. I look at the book, and then the cards, tokens, the sprue for the Terminator Captain, so clearly he's going to be sold separately. Same with the Terminator Librarian. And the Terminators, are they... this is the other sprue. So 2 sprue for Terminators. Yep, you can get your checkbook out for those, because who uses checks anyway, but £45 I reckon. This is the Redemptor. Is it easy to build? It's an easy to build, isn't it? It's an easy to build Redemptor. You got the 200 Prime. Screamer Killer looks amazing. Yeah. They look easy to build. Are these everything? Is everything easy to build? Doesn't say anything there, but okay, so yeah, you can get your promotional item, which is a set of double-sided game boards. Yeah, the 392-page hardback Leviathan book. That's a bit of a beast. That's a very thick book. Compared to the 9th edition core book, 392 pages is more. It's about 24 pages or so more, so it's thicker than the core book for 9th edition. So I just want to put that out there. What else do we have other than the main set? For some reason, we've got these. Okay, so when I click on the picture, it says I have to wait again. It's really odd, isn't it? But I guess they're bundling these in because they're going to be, I don't know, are they just sets that they've combined? You got the promotional item, the Leviathan Battlefield. They look very similar to the Conquest game mats, I have to say. For some reason this is taking ages. But that's pretty much it for the pre-orders this weekend. It says page 1 of 2, but nothing's actually happening with me right now. So I think we're going to have to call it there. I don't want to have a blue whirly spinny ball for the rest of the news and pre-order preview. So what do you guys think of the pre-orders today? Do you think it went smoothly? Did you get in early? Were you able to pick up a set? Were you even lucky enough to pick up a set from a third-party seller and get a nice chunk of discount off of it? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down below, whether you're more hyped with this edition, this 10th edition Leviathan, over Indomitus that came out almost 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years ago next month. Can you believe it? Yeah. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.